Why did your parents have you?
I'm not sure. I think it was an accident.
Right. It's a bit reckless, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No? What, to create a child by accident?
I think it was just kind of the next step. They were married. They were on their honeymoon.
Oh,
They wanted a child, but it wasn't like planned. Like we're gonna have one now.
I see, right. Wow, on the honeymoon.
Yeah.
Fine, lovely. And what about you? Why did your parents have you?
Because I wanted a girl.
Right.
Because I have two older brothers, one younger brother.
Right. So what do you think about that? I mean, do you think the idea that they created a new human that had to go through the life, a life which is quite, dangerous and ends in death, just because they wanted a member of the opposite sex amongst their family?
I don't think.
Why did they want a girl?
Because they didn't have one and they wanted a girl. Like they obviously had boys. They didn't have any girls.
Right. No, I understand, but why did they want to have a girl just because they didn't have any? But why did they want to have a girl? Do you think they really thought it through properly?
I'm sure they did.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't get what they wanted in the end.
Right.
Because I only have brothers, but
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
They definitely had their reasons. I know my mom was quite passionate about it, but
Right. And your dad?
my dad definitely wanted a daughter too.
Sure. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Why did your parents have you?
Why did my parents have me? Because I'm amazing.
No, that's not the reason why they had you, right? They didn't know what you were going to be like. But why did they have you?
To complete their family, to move forward in their lives, I guess. I don't know. I'd have to ask them.
Right. Okay. Maybe you should.
About you, Mum.
What about you? Why did your
I was
parents?
an accident. I've been told I'm an accident, but a happy one.
A happy one.
Yeah.
Right.
The best thing that happened to them, apparently. They also said this to my brother, so.
But I mean, surely there must have been times when they would have kind of looked at the figures and realised that if they would have taken precautions, they would have a holiday home in the south of France.
They do have a holiday home in the south of France, so they've got it all.
Why did your parents have you?
Also a happy accident, but no holiday home in the south of France.
Right.
Why did my parents have me? Because they love having sex, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's the most important reason, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a little bit reckless to create a human being just because you have sex?
No, because I think it was also a lot of love before, before sex was a lot of love, yeah, between them, yeah.
Fuck. I think I wasn't planned, because my older sister, the difference between me and my sister is 15 years, and that's not normal if you think. So I think I wasn't part of the plan, but they saw that I was a boy and they kept me. That's what I said. Yeah.
You mean if you were a girl, they wouldn't have kept you?
Well, I don't know. Probably no. I don't. No, I'm not sure, man. Damn, I never think about that.
Yeah. So I mean, some people would consider that having a child by mistake is an act of gross negligence. It's a very serious gross negligence. I mean, do you know what I mean? If you did that, I would regard you as being very seriously negligent. No? Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, do you realise that your parents acted extremely negligently?
Yeah. Yeah. The first time in my life that I think about it, but yeah.
And do you realise that they owe you everything, and you owe them nothing?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yeah.
Because you didn't ask to be born here. They brought you here without your consent. They just brought you here, and they created all your needs and your problems.
Yeah, but...
And they had you because they just like to have a quick shag, and they didn't take precautions. Why? You know what would be interesting is to ask your parents, how did this mistake that you made happen? Ask them for the details.
I know the answer.
Is it alcohol?
No, not alcohol.
What was it?
A fun time,
Yeah.
Like, I guess my parents wanted me. Like, I guess I wanted a child, and that's why they had me, right?
Oh yeah, my parents had my brother. My mum wanted a girl. That's why I think they had me. My mum would have kept on going until she had a girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why did she want to go?
Because as a woman, you want to raise a woman. Like,
Yeah, so true.
you want to share things in common with them,
Right.
raise them for similar interests, and influence them in ways that you can't influence boys. Like, unless,
Because they wanted to reproduce the English cycle. No, not the English cycle, the human cycle. Late committee were out here.
Right. So they had you because what?
What, pardon?
So they had. I didn't really understand that. Why did they have you? Why did they have you?
They had me to be the best rapper in the UK in 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, is that what they were thinking? Like 9 months before?
I think that. But life happens, innit? Things happen that's unexpected.
Right.
My parents never thought I'd be a rapper.
Right.
But now I'm rapping and I'm grinding. So in 5 years, I'll make my parents proud.
Okay. Right. So do you want to do us a rap about why your parents had you?
My parents had me. Your RJ is called Bradley. No, I don't even know, but either way, to keep going the human cycle.
No problem.
Spread the love, gang.
Guys, who's next? So my question is simply, why did your parents have you?
Because they're Jamaican and they like fucking, and that's really the only reason. All Jamaicans like having sex, right?
Right.
One day, my mother met my father at a club. He moved her. They went back home. Fucked. And I came through. And honestly, I'm probably going to do the same thing. And my kid's the same.
Why would you do the same thing?
Because why not? Why not?
Because it's not easy to be in this world, and there's a lot of risks involved in having children. So you're taking their risk. They're going to die. They might suffer and they might be ill, or they will be ill, right? So why would you do it just because you like sex? I mean, can't you just do sex in a different way? Or have you ever considered a vasectomy?
I don't enjoy
You know what
sex.
vasectomy is, yeah?
Yeah.
Have you ever considered having a vasectomy?
Yeah.
Would you?
Maybe, perhaps.
They're free on the NHS.
Perhaps, but I don't enjoy. It's not the sex that I enjoy. It's the living I enjoy. And if I can't have kids and let them live life, then what the fuck are you doing? If you can't give the gift of life and then give your children the best life you can, that's your fault being a bad parent. If you can't be a good parent, that's on you. That's not on your children.
And this is my boyfriend, so I think sex.
Okay, so why did your parents have you?
Why did they have me? Because they believe in love, and so do I. I genuinely believe in love in my own ability to love and the ability of my children to love and the next generations to make this world a better place. If we give up now with our generation and we all die out, if we give up now, the world will not get any better. We have to believe in the next generation. So we have to produce the next generation, and we have to love them, and we have to teach them to make the world a better place. And that's what I believe. That's why I'm going to have children.
Right, I mean, it all sounds really very nice and hunky-dory. The only problem with it is that it doesn't actually really make any sense because, you know, the reason the world, people are going to have children whether they should or not, right? And some of them will be good parents and most of them probably won't, whatever that means, okay? And all of them will fail because it's an impossible job to do anyway, right? But your idea that you should bring children in to make the world a better place is like a Ponzi scheme. Because why do you need to have children of your own? Why don't you just adopt children?
I'm completely open to adopting. I don't need to have children of my own. I'm happy to adopt. So
Fine, that's fine.
Yeah.
What's your hate against children?
It's not that I hate children at all. Yes, I've got 3 of my own.
Why do you have children?
No, no. I don't think life is something that should be imposed on anybody.
do you think that
No,
people have their
but
own
the
children?
thing is,
Yes.
Do you?
Yes, I think they're complete narcissists. It's the ultimate. Yeah.
I kind of agree. I don't know why I agree.
Yeah, just say that again because I didn't catch it. Right. So
You just want to see your face in somebody else.
which is a form of.
Narcissism.
Yeah.
It's
I don't want to see my face in someone else. I want to be able to give someone a better life than I lived.
Then why don't you adopt?
Bet.
You have no guarantee that they're going to have a good life. They might have a terrible life.
if I give them the best life I can, then they'll have a good life.
No, they won't.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Then
What
you're
about?
if you can't trust yourself to give your
What?
children a good life, then
No,
you're a
no,
terrible person.
no. But even if you give your children a good life, you've got no guarantee they're not going to have any serious mental or physical illness.
No, yeah, that's true. That's very true. But I can still help them through that.
So why put why?
Life is life. Life is
I understand that, but why would you bring someone into that danger? It's dangerous to do that. When you can bring someone that's already here that needs you. There's so many millions of children that need, adopt or fostering.
But someone choosing to have their kid isn't hateful. That's just how life is. Life is unfair.
Well, the question is it okay to produce a human now or anyway?
Okay.
I don't see how you can. I don't see how it is.
Most humans are evil, yes?
Well, I don't know if most humans are evil, but we're no.
No, but humans are bad in reality.
No.
Humans are bad for the
Humans
world.
are a product of their environment.
Yeah, of course. but
Abolish
the environment
capitalism.
is
I'm a
disgusting.
communist.
Obviously,
Are you
let me
communist?
hop on the train.
He's a communist.
I wouldn't say. I'm not a communist.
Let me hop on the train.
I'm not a communist, but what I am is, I think that's a trick question, by the way, whether I'm a communist or not, right? Because what it is right. There's again all these terms are, they're just. One second, I'm just speaking about something to them.
Let him speak.
Right. All these terms are kind of, bandied around so that capitalists can avoid answering the questions about their sick, twisted, evil, fucked up system. Oh, I don't know how anybody cannot be anti-capitalist, right? Right. So now, as an anti-capitalist, that means that I would personally support, even though it's never going to happen, right? Which is why I'm also against procreation. But I would support you moving beyond money. No more money, right? No more trading. Capitalism itself, the system, is doing hideous things to millions of people who are part of a group called poor people. Doesn't matter what colour they are, they're poor people.
Children, if it's to oppose birthing them into consumerism and capitalism. But if you
how are you meant to birth them into anything else?
If you have a child in a capitalist society, raise them to oppose it and overthrow it, then what are you doing wrong?
Okay, that's a very good point, and I can tell you from my own experience of having children that for me to train my children to be like rampant anti-capitalism is, it's very, very hard to do that because they.
Bro, let me chat to you. Yo. What? How many kids have you got?
3.
Okay, exactly. For you to describe, let's say out of the 1-3, how many people do you think on a percentage are good people in the world? Not bad people, good people.
Not many.
1 in 10, yeah.
Maybe.
You got a 1/3
I mean, they're firstly
chance.
only vegans, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm vegan as well.
Good man.
I'm vegan as well. All these people, they're doing badness, but you raise kids. If I raise a kid, if I had 3 kids, like how you have 3 kids, I raise them all to be vegan, all to believe in no religion, they all believe in this and that. You'll be happy because you'll think, okay, these are not the.
But there's no reason to bring children in at all. Why do you have to have any children? For what?
Life, bro.
What do you mean life, bro? That's not a good enough reason.
Your parents had you for a reason.
Why do your parents have you?
For no good reason.
No.
The reason why they had me is because they were religious and they thought some imaginary god.
Show me, on the camera, spot me on camera. Let's say you've had a bad day today, yeah? I spot you on camera, you might be like, okay, this guy's cool. That's the thing, humans might not be the best people of all time. They might not be the best anyone of all time. But we're living our best life, man. Well, most people are hatred. We are okay. We're happy. I've spotted you. You know what? We were being rude to you earlier, but now you're like, yes, you're smiling. I see you smiling. It's Spud. If you raise 1 kid out of 3 bad kids, you have 1 out of 3 that are good people. You're happy, man. Fuck all of that, man.
Let's have you.
Why did my parents have me?
He's gorgeous. Look at him.
They were ready to have a baby, and they wanted a beautiful baby, and they popped me out, and I was everything they ever dreamed of. They want a really good-looking guy. They want a charismatic guy, someone who was clever, curly hair, and I was that kind of guy. So they were super happy.
Okay, we haven't really got to the bottom of why they wanted to have why did they actually do that? And secondly, don't you think it was a bit reckless of them to take a chance when you could have come out a lot worse than you did?
Was it reckless? I don't think it's reckless.
I mean, what would they have done if they'd have had someone who was, let's say, looked like me, for example?
Well, you look great. You're beautiful. They'd have looked you exactly the same. You're a really good-looking guy. I'd like to
thank you.
If you're not doing anything after this filming.
Well, that's very nice. I'm very flattered. Although my wife, I'm not sure she'd agree to it.
Actually, she can come if she wants.
Yes, okay. Great. What about you? Why did your parents have you?
I think they were just very horny teenagers, and that's about it. 16, so that was a big mistake, yeah.
Wow. And how was that for you growing up with a mother who wasn't really old enough?
No, she thought she was quite cool.
Was she cool?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
That's,
A little. Don't you think that? Don't you think it's a little bit reckless of her to do that? Of them both?
Probably, yeah. I think her mom would probably think that, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Why did your parents have you?
Because they wanted a better son.
They wanted a better son than who?
Him.
Oh, no. You're the brother. Oh, I see, really. And why did they want either of you?
Because 2's a ball, 4's fun.
Oh, there's 4 of you. Oh, right, okay. So, but that doesn't really explain why they, had you, does it really? I mean, it's not really a good reason to have a kid because to some slogan that 4 is better than...
Because a family is a needed thing. A family is something that brings everyone together. We're Irish, so everyone's got lots of kids. It's kind of how it goes.
Right. But, it doesn't mean that they have to produce more people. They could have adopted, couldn't they?
They could have, but I think they wanted. Them. I think they wanted us.
Right. Great. Thank you. Why did your parents have you?
Because they really wanted kids, and I just came along.
Right. And why did they really want kids? What was going on in their lives that they felt so bored?
No, not bored. Just they were about time. They'd been trying for like a year, and
Right. But why? Why were they trying to do it? What were they?
because I guess having kids is quite fun, in my opinion.
What, you mean like making them or bringing them up?
Making them, bringing them, all the things. Yeah.
Right. Okay. You think it's fun?
Yeah, it's interesting. You get to make a human, mold it into something, whatever you like.
Don't you think that's a little bit narcissistic?
Oh yeah, I think about this all the time, 100%. It's like literally trying to carry on your whole... I actually do. It's like one of my big things. Yeah, I think it's like carrying on when you die. You're like almost carrying on yourself into another person.
I want a kid. I want a kid to be. I want a little bench, mate. I want my kid to be like.
Mini me.
I want them to be who they are. I want to be. I do want a biological child. I want a kid. I want loads of kids, mate. I want
Why?
2 boys, 2 girls. I want Tig.
But you see again, you are set to me. You sound, even though it's completely normal, and even though I have 3 children, you sound extremely narcissistic, dangerous. I think you should go. I genuinely think you should go to a psychotherapist immediately.
I think.
And I'm prepared to. Yes, I think you are. You're speaking about how you want to have mini yous and all this. That's all about you. What about the poor kids? Who would want you to be their dad?
I'll be a bloody fun dad. I'll be the gay dad. Come on. I'll be the greatest dad ever. I want.
So you're gay. And you're gay and you want to produce kids.
Yeah. They can be who the fuck they want.
Why?
I want kids with Irish names. I want Saoirse as a girl, Niamh as a girl, Tig as a boy, Dara as a boy. That's a fucking great name.
Really thought about it.
I've got a list on my phone about names, old kids' names.
Okay, so what about you? Why did your parents have you?
My mum always said she wanted 3 children and I was number 3. So
Right. And why did she want any children and why did she want 3?
because that's the world we live in. People are taught that you're meant to have kids. Like, what else? You see it in every fucking piece of media, like, that you're meant to have kids. If I ever had kids, I would adopt them because they're the ones that need taken. I like, as a like queer person, I feel like that is the kind of superpower you have if you want to have kids, is to adopt them, I guess. But I really want kids right now, but maybe one day that's the way I would do it.